There they are, the first crocuses of spring. Well, the first ones I've found anyway. And sorry about that background noise. I was right in the middle of Calgary when I shot these. And there were other things too. Bits of green grass. Ladybugs. They were all over the place. They were crawling on me as I was laying in the grass and wandering through. I love these little guys. They're on the hunt for whatever they can find right now. And inspired by all this stuff, I went looking for more spring things. East of the city, lots of birds. I love pintail ducks, they're so beautiful. And there were plenty of them around, along with migrating Canada geese, widgeons. Depends on where you looked. Some ponds had a bunch, other ponds nothing. But just like they have been for the last few weeks, the spring birds are moving around. A flock of starlings over by the Bow River, and then down on the water, mergansers. Look at the beautiful colors on those beaks. Well, and of course a goose has to swim in, but, you know, they're welcome too. The river itself is mostly flowing free now, and the geese are setting up their nesting spots on the little islands. They are hanging out in pairs and wandering around looking for spots to stake a claim. Though, near as I could see, all the ones that had a decent view of the river were already taken. But more spots will open up as the rest of that ice goes. The main flow of the river is pretty open, but there's plenty of ice left along the banks, and chunks of it break off and float away, eventually getting down to the big weir. Some of them get hung up, but most of them just break up and flow further on down the river. Won't be long before these guys are joined by pelicans and cormorants. Continuing my hunt for spring things, I found all these ants. I once got too close and got sprayed with formic acid by these guys, so this time I was a little more careful. And of course, now that it's spring, the trumpeter swans are passing through. Last week I saw more local swans. These ones are definitely coming from the south. Interesting that they're mostly trumpeter swans. I kind of expected to see tundra swans coming through. Maybe they're further east this time. They'll be around though. Pintails all over the place. Mallards, of course. Widgeons. And these swans, they're always impressive. And big. At another pond a little further down the road, I found these guys. They were having a discussion which turned into a fight. Man, I'm glad I'm not a swan. These guys could break an arm. I continued on looking for more swans and pintails and, well, whatever else I could find. My friend Mike had found quite a big flock of ducks a little bit further south. I didn't find them, but there were lots there. They were mostly out in the fields, eating away. By now, though, the day was kind of wearing on, and the weather was changing, so I watched the swans for a little bit more and then started heading back. I'd found what I thought were some pretty interesting things, especially all those birds, but I wanted to go back and have another look at the crocuses. That weather change, it brought rain, and 2 days later after I shot this, it brought snow. These crocuses are buried now, but they'll be back because they're spring things. And no matter what the weather, it is spring.